Welcome to the Hummingbird Cottage and how to make different props for nursery rhymes. Today I'm going to show you how to make this playful little Humpty Dumpty. Now it's super simple with a simple wooden piece. It has a flat bottom, wonderful for toddlers and preschoolers alike. So to make this, you'll need one of these. I'll have a link below that will take you right to where you can buy a wooden egg. I like to use Stockmeyer watercolors, and you'll need a Sharpie. So the first thing is we're going to put the face on. The face is super simple. One of the things that can help you are these round rings on the wood itself. I'm going to put the eyes right here, then the nose, and then the mouth. Remember, children are so forgiving. So sometimes I mess up. I still finish it and put it out. No child in the history of me making these objects has ever complained. So I'll put the face on. I make an oval and an oval. Then I'm going to put the eye, then these wonderful little eyebrows, the nose, and then that big happy smile. All right. The next step that we want to do is we can actually take the white paint in our Stockmeyer watercolor kit, squeeze a little out, and we can add white to that eye. It really pops it and gives it so much character. So I'm going to get the white and very carefully add it to Humpty's eyes. There, just a little bit. Look how lovely that is. Next is the wonderful little bottom part that indicates to children Humpty is wearing clothes. So I'm going to pop out the blue watercolor, get it activated. Again, I love all of these. I have formed a way of creating them that any mistake is wonderful. It's the only way I can work because some days I'm on it, some days not so much. And I'm just going to make a line and start painting the bottom. If you like a deeper blue like the one I have, it took several coats to get that beautiful blue. I'll look and make sure I'm not going at an angle. Get this activated. What I like to do in the beginning is just get the whole thing painted before I worry about cleanup. Do watch for where you place it. I got a little splatter, but again, even if I got poor Humpty Dumpty's face, I would still put it out because the children are so forgiving. This is not about being exact. This is something you can do easily and quickly. Now I'm going to take a look and see where it needs to be just a little straighter. Perfect. All right, now it's time for step 3. I'm going to let this dry a little bit. I did get a little bit on the head. You can come in with a wet cloth and rub it pretty much right out. So that's what I'll do, just lighten it up with a little rub and barely notice. Now this is optional, but I think really cute. We can add a little bow tie and a little color around his clothing. So I'll come underneath the mouth and just make a nice square, circle-ish shape, and then go out for the bow, out for the bow, like that. Then I'll show you how we'll add some details that will just make it as cute as it can be. For the bow tie, I like to use this really goldenrod yellow. Such a beautiful color against blue. And I'm going to make it really thick so it covers some of the blue. Add that on top. And it will take about 2 coats to give it a really nice coating. Just really simple. And then while that's drying, I'll just take my brush and hold really steady. Again, if I mess up, it's okay. Just a simple line on top of that blue. And I don't worry about it being even. I'm just adding it. Very simple. I love simple. This is not time to be an artist. We're just making simple props for children to enjoy. These are not to be too precious. Okay, we're gonna let that dry for a minute and then give it a little red. As you see over here, it adds a lovely little addition. Get this activated. Now I like to add just a few little details to that yellow to make it super fun. So I'm gonna add dots. And I like to use my pinky to hold my finger so I can just dot, dot, dot. Again, my pinky's holding my finger to keep it steady. Dot, dot, dot. And then I could add dot, 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 dot. Again, no perfection. The other side. If you want to take more time, but again, not necessary. That's just a choice. I found that doing things like this, even in front of the children, showing them that I made it, is inspiring to them, especially with 4- and 5-year-olds. And that my imperfection is a permission slip. Isn't that wonderful? Give children the permission to not be perfect, because sometimes they'll say, I can't do that. And if we showed them it's possible, it's wonderful. And even my boo-boos or mistakes are still a wonderful thing. A second coat always adds another layer of that beautiful blue. So that is how you can make your own Humpty Dumpty, and all the links to the materials will be below this video. Enjoy! Here's a version of Humpty Dumpty that he doesn't crack apart, can't be put back together again. For those of you who are concerned about the content of the nursery rhyme, Listen to this one that features kindness. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Friends hurried over, both big and small. They cared for Humpty with kindness all.